My three-word story would be sweatpants to success.
Which is why I absolutely love the movie When Harry Met Sally. When Harry Met Sally is not a movie about falling in love. It's a movie about misunderstandings.
The honeymoon is over.
Have you ever noticed that sometimes your customers are talking to each other about something they're not talking to you about? And those unstructured conversations let us observe what people naturally gravitate to and bring to the top of the radar screen or to the top of the list that we're not thinking about or asking about in any of the ways that we listen. Well, every executive that we talked with said, it doesn't matter how great your solution is, we have to get every person in the organization to be using that solution as part of their workflow on a daily basis.
It's like if you're looking at this spinning fan, I mean, imagine it right now. There's a fan spinning as fast as possible in front of you. And imagine I asked you to take this Post-it note and put it through the slats in that fan. And what's the easiest way to accomplish that task? It's to slow down the fan. Right. The fan up. Exactly. Putting our energy into making the fan spin faster instead of turning it up and saying, what's the most important thing that needs to go into that time slot right now?
When we show up to give a presentation, I don't know if you've had this experience, we'll sit down with one of our key stakeholders in the business and say something like this: I'm here to share today the voice of our customers. I have never found that explaining to an executive survey demographics really drives any sort of meaningful shift. Because that same executive, by the way, has a meeting 2 hours later where someone else in a company our size sits down and says, I carry a quota and I'm here to tell you about the voice of our customers and what they really need. And the executive is like, did I just have that meeting? How odd. I feel like I just heard the voice of the customer. And how often do those messages match?
Your laptop is now your pantry. Every time you go by your pantry right now because you're home more, those chips, those donuts, last night's carry-out leftovers that are judging you from the refrigerator are calling your name, and every time you walk by, you want a snack. The reality is work is an invited guest, and it's only going to show up where you invite it.
Because what are people moved by? They're moved by the stories. But as customer experience practitioners, we're torn by this need to be like, it's statistically significant. So I must tell you how it's statistically significant so you can fight with me about how it's actually not, and that we need to go ask more people until you get the answer I like. What is it that your boss wants you to know?
What we're all discovering is that in this time of opportunity, we have a chance to be purposeful about what matters and give ourselves permission to let the rest of it go.
It's great to get statistics and do surveys, and it's valid and important. It is great to get stories and context. What we have to do to drive shift and meaningful action and get traction is turn that into something people can remember and repeat.